projected horizontally also when you are standing on some tower or some building somewhere. So when you project something, it may be a ball or it may be any other object. When you throw it horizontally, you are giving velocity only along the horizontal direction. There is no any velocity component along the vertical. Okay, so when you throw it horizontal direction, so what will happen? Even though your direction of throw was horizontal, again it will take what? It will take the curved path, or we can say the parabolic path. So because of what? Because of the downward force of gravitation. Okay, so what will be the velocities? What is the time period? What is the time of flight, or what is the maximum horizontal distance? That is what the range. All those things we have discussed. So let me spend a little more time on the horizontal projection of projectile. Then we will move for the next one. Okay. So horizontal projection. Okay. Horizontal projection of projectile. So suppose this is say some tower and you are standing over here. So something is projected in this direction. Remember, this is going to be your origin. Okay, so this is what your y component. Okay, so this wall is what y component. Here y is positive, here y is negative. So this is what height of the tower. So when you project it here, even though you projected in that direction, so it will take the curved path. Okay, so this is what the x direction. Actually x axis will come here only, but we can write it here also. Okay, because your coordinate axes are here also it is positive, here also is positive, so I can write here also, but actually x axis is here. Okay, so this is what the reference point. So here it will become negative y. So if you project with say initial velocity u, we have discussed about the component of velocity along x axis is what? Ux is equals to just u. There is no angle. You are projecting horizontally. Okay, so angle is 0. What about the uy? Uy is 0 because you are not giving any component of velocity along the y axis. Okay, so similarly at a time t, so what you can say, what is Vx? Vx is nothing but, so again it is ux, that is equals to u, because acceleration along what? Along x-axis is 0 because velocity is constant. What is acceleration along y-axis? Acceleration along y-axis is minus g because it is in downward direction. Okay, so you got Vx, the velocity at time t is also what? It is the equal to the initial velocity u. What about Vy? Vy is uy minus g into t. Uy is already 0, so this is going to be what? Only minus g into t. This is what the Vy. So when it comes over here, it is making some angle with the horizontal. When it comes over here, it is making some angle with the horizontal. This is what? This is going to be Vx, this is going to be Vy. Then what is this angle? If you take over here, if you take over here, this will also become Vy. So tan theta equals to opposite divided by adjacent. So Vy divided by Vx. Sometimes they may ask this angle also. Okay, so theta equals to what? Tan inverse of Vy divided by Vx. Okay. So these things you have to remember. Then the distance traveled along the x and y axis, that is what displacements. Displacements. So what you can write for displacement? X equals to ux into t. That is nothing but u into t. What about y? Y equals to uy t minus half gt square equals to, uy is already 0, so no need to worry about that one. This will become minus g into t square. Okay, so with the help of this, what you can get the time of flight. So what is time of flight? Time of flight. So what will be time of flight? So with the help of this equation, so y equals to what? Minus half gt square. What is y? Y is what? Minus g, so minus h, okay, because along the negative axis, so you can take it as y as minus h, so t you can take it as t, capital T, that is what time of flight, okay. So what will happen? Minus h equals to minus half gt square. We have discussed this in our last class also, but just we can just go through it once again. So this negative will get cancelled. So t square, this t will be what? Time of flight. So t square equals to, this 2 will come here, okay. So 2h divided by g. So t equals to root of 2h by g. Root of 2h by g, okay. So similarly, range. Don't ask me what is the maximum height, because height is h. They have given, you are only standing at a height, okay. So range is what? Horizontal range, you can take it as r. So r equals to, it is nothing but what? X. So horizontal means it is nothing but x. So x equals to what? U into t. U into t. So take x equals to is what? Your r. And what is t? T equals to, that is time period, that is t, okay. So r equals to u into t. So r equals to u into, what is t? T is square root of 2h divided by g, okay. So this is what all things we have discussed about the horizontal projection, okay. It's very easy. You have to concentrate on ux and uy. If you are very much clear with ux and uy and x and ay, these all things doesn't matter. You can simply just go on substituting in your Newton's formulas, okay. So try to get these properly, okay. So this is what, when even though you project something horizontally, it will not move. It will not take the horizontal path, because of what? Because of the gravitational pull, okay. That is why the professional hunter, suppose a person, hunter is standing over here, okay. So he is having some bow in his head, and he want to kill some animal, okay. Suppose animal is sitting over here. Okay. Yeah. This is what animal. It is not cat, it is what cheek, okay. So even though it is there, it's straightforward. He will not project in this direction, okay. If this general distance is very high, he cannot project in this direction. Why? If he project in this direction, horizontal direction, the arrow will not hit the animal. So somewhere it will go here. Arrow will go somewhere here. Why? Because of this the parabolic path taken by the projectile. Here arrow is going to be what? Projectile. So that is why a professional hunter, if you have seen your the old movies or last Mahabharata scene or something, they never project the arrow in the straight horizontal direction. They always project it in some angle with the horizontal axis or horizontal direction. What he will do, he will project in this direction. He will project in this direction. Okay, if he project in this direction, obviously what will happen? It will take this path, and finally it will hit the animal. That is what the professional hunter should know, that where with what angle he should project. Okay, so that is why it is difficult to become the professional hunter or professional shooter. So you are professional shooters. They cannot shoot in in this direction. So if target is somewhere here, okay, so say some person is standing here, they never, if this distance is large, I am talking, if you are very much close, no problem, you can just directly go with the horizontal direction. If the distance between the gun and the target is very large, then this won't work. So somewhere your bullet will go in this direction. Okay. So with Rajnikant it will not happen. That is a different thing. But here, according to physics, it should be projected in this direction. Okay. It should be projected in this direction. So if bullet is projected in this direction, so what will happen? So you can reach the target. Okay. So that is why you should know. what will happen if we project horizontal. Okay, so these kind of physics will help you to apply in your day-to-day life. So similar thing happening in the defense also. Suppose you are having your what bombs to project over here. Suppose this is your the vehicle to project the bomb at some distance. Okay, suppose say distance is say some horizontal. If this is your target, so it is always having some angle with the horizontal. They cannot simply shoot in a straightforward direction. They should have some angle, because we know that the horizontal range is equals to what? U square sine 2 theta divided by z. Okay, if you know the target distance, suppose if your target is some country. Okay, suppose the distance of country is say some 1000 kilometers. Okay, or you can say we can say just okay some 1000 kilometers. Okay, so the maximum speed of speed with which you can project is say you maybe say some 100 kilometer. Okay, if this is the case, if this is the case, so what will be the angle? It's very important. Simply if you project, it may go somewhere here or somewhere here, or it may fall in your country only. So for all those things, this is the constant for a given device. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate theta. That is very important, because you know the target. You want to blast at a distance of 1000 kilometers, and your velocity is 100. So theta should be decided by you. So how we can decide that theta? Range is what? Range is 1000. Okay. So suppose range is 1000. So r equals to 1000. Then u is what? U is say some 100. Okay. So r equals to u square sine 2 theta divided by z. Okay. So r is what? Say 1000. So g you can take it as 10. So this is what? 100 v square sine 2 theta divided by 10. So 10 will come here. So this will become some 10,000. So 100 v square will also become what? 10,000. So this is what? Sine of 2 theta. Okay. So this will get cancelled. This will become 1 equals to sine 2 theta. So sine inverse of 1 equals to what? 2 theta. So sine inverse of 1 is what? Sine 90 equals to 1. So angle is 90 degree equals to 2 theta. So theta equals to 90 by 2. So theta equals to what? 45 degree. Okay. So if you want to project, if you want to blast a target at 1000 kilometer, if your initial velocity is say 100 meters or 100 kilometer per second, then definitely you should make an angle of equals to 45 degree. Okay, it is not always 45. It may change with the target or with the velocity of your bullet, whatever your bomb or something. Suppose initial velocity say some you can call it as say some 200 kilometer per second. Okay, and say target is 2000 kilometers. So there is one more country over here. Okay, so now target is this one. It is at 2000 kilometers. So now how we can what will be the angle of projection? So for this, if you want to calculate, so r is what? R is say 2000 kilometer, and u is what? U is say 200 kilometer per hour. Okay, or you can take per second or per hour, whatever. So let me say per second. Okay, because here we are taking per second. That was not possible, but we'll see. So r equals to u square sine 2 theta by, so r is what? 2000 equals to u square 200 v square sine 2 theta divided by z. Okay, so again what will happen? G is 10, so this will become what? 20,000 divided by 2 the square is 4. Again 100 the square is what? 100 square is again what? 10,000. Okay, so this will become what? Again 40,000 equals to sine of 2 theta. Okay, sine of 2 theta. So now this will go. This will become 1 by 2 equals to sine 2 theta. So sine inverse of 1 by 2 equals to 2 theta. What is sine inverse of 1 by 2? What will be the sine inverse of 1 by 2? Sine inverse of 1 by 2 is say some 30 degree. So what will happen? So this is what 2 theta. So theta will be what? Theta will be what? Some 15 degrees. So angle of projection is what? Here it is. It is less than 45. Okay. So if you make more than 45, it will come here only. If you want to project it for longer, so what they are doing? They are making it little less than 15 degree less than the 40. Okay. So this is what how you can use these formulas in our day-to-day life. Okay. So and if you are seeing in your when the flood comes or something, that the government used to throw the foods with the help of what your aeroplane or something. If this is the flooded area, so suppose here are some people standing over here. Okay. So they are stuck up at some place. Okay, this is all what flooded area. Okay, this is all water. So if an aeroplane comes over here, okay, so if they want to throw the food, they should not come here and you can say helicopter. Okay, if they come and throw here, these people will not get that food. Why? It is moving with some high speed. Okay, so at least you are the slow down. It is moving. So if it is moving, if they throw the food here, somewhere it will go here. So these people can't get that food packets. Okay, so that is why they should not throw from here. Better if they throw from here. So if they throw from here, obviously because of its velocity, the food will go and reach these people. Okay, so that is what it's very important. The people sitting in the helicopter or who are throwing the food, they should know the physics. Okay, so these things are very important. So horizontal projection in many cases we are going to take help of this one. Okay. Let me take an example based on horizontal projection. Say an aeroplane on flood relief, flood relief mission, moving with the velocity, moving horizontally with the velocity, say some 100 meter per second, throws or at a height say some 2000 meter. Okay, if it throws the food, or you can say find, or if it throw the food packets, then let us find time taken to the package to reach the ground, or time taken, or time required. Find time required for packet to reach ground. Okay, to reach ground, or you can find magnitude, direction of magnitude and direction of velocity. Okay, so hope you are getting what exactly question is. Okay, so question is there is say some jet aeroplane. Okay, so this is what jet aeroplane. So this is what the flooded area. So if what is there, it is moving with say velocity 100 meter per second. Okay, this is what going to be initial velocity of projection. Okay, they simply just drop the food packet. Okay, so they simply drop the food packet. It will not come in this direction. Why? Because they are moving with 100 meter per second. If they are moving with 100 meter per second, obviously this foot will also move with 100 meter per second only. Okay. But what will happen? This plane will go in the same direction, but what will happen? But this foot packet which they have thrown, it will not go in that direction. It will take the trajectory path. Okay, it will take the some parabolic path. So this is what the place where that foot packet will reach. Remember, they are not throwing; they are just dropping it. They are just dropping it. But because of the velocity of this plane, that will also take 100 meter per second velocity. What is the height? Height is 2000 meter. What they are asking? Time required for packet to reach the ground. That means they are asking time of flight. We have the formula for that one. What is the time of flight formula? Time of flight formula is square root of 2h divided by g. Yes or no? Time of flight. Here it is. Root of 2h by g. So t equals to root of 2. What is h? H is 2000 divided by 10. G is 10. Okay. It's 9.8. Let me take 10. Okay. So this one will get cancelled. So this will become say 400. Okay. 200 into 2, 400. So what is the time? Time will become t equals to root of 400 will become what? 20. Okay. So 20 seconds. Okay. So if they release the packet over here, they are just releasing it. They are saying, we cannot say they are throwing. Okay. If it release the foot packet, let me write release. Throw is not a better word. So release the foot packet. They will just release it. They will just drop. They are not throwing. But it is looking like throwing because of what? Because of the velocity of this flight. Okay, or this plane. Okay. So this is what the time. This is what your answer for question A. What about B? Magnitude and direction of velocity. So here we have to find magnitude and velocity at the end. Okay. Here you can find this is what the velocity, and this is going to be what Vx. This is going to be what P1. Okay. So what is Vx and V1? Obviously we know that Px equals to Ux equals to U. That is what? That is nothing but 100 meter per second. Initial velocity is what? It is 100 meter per second only. So let me take this as 100 meter per second Vx. Then what about Vy? Vy is Uy t minus half gt square. Okay. So obviously we can take directly also here. It is minus what you can say gt minus gt also. So it is what this one. V equals to u minus g into t. Okay. So this will become what? This is to 0. So Vy is what? Vy is minus g into t. So minus g is what? 10. What is t? T is nothing but time period. T is nothing but time period, and at the end we have to find their velocity direction. So t you can take 20 seconds. So this is what 20. So total it will become what? It will become minus 200 meter per second. Okay. So negative means it is in downward direction. There is no other meaning. Okay. So no need to take also. Okay. So negative is just showing it is in downward direction. That's all. So you want to find the resultant velocity. So what is velocity? Velocity you can simply write as square root of Vx square plus Vy square, because both are what? Both are perpendicular to each other. So this will become root of Vx is what? 100 this square and plus Vy is minus 200 this square. Okay. So V equals to I will write 100 square as it is plus this I will write 2 the square is 4. Minus square will become plus, so 100 I will write it as 100 this square. Okay. So this will become again 200 this square. Okay. If you take 4 inside. So what I can do here is, or simply I will write 2 the square and 100 the square. Don't get confused. So 100 the square take outside. If you take 100 square outside, square and square root will get cancelled. It will become 100. Root of inside here 1 and here 2 the square is 4. So this will become 100 root 5 meter per second. This is what going to be your final velocity when it reaches the ground. When it is reaching the ground, this is what the velocity. Okay, if they are asking for direction, it is making some angle over here. If it is making some angle over here, theta with the horizontal. Okay, so this is what, this is going to be Vy, this is Vx, so tan theta equals to Vy by Vx, it is here, tan theta equals to Vy by Vx, so tan theta equals to Vy by Vx, so theta equals to tan inverse of what is, let me write tan theta equals to, what is Vy? Vy is 200, Vx is 100, 200 divided by 100, so theta equals, so tan theta equals to 2, don't make negative sign over here, so 2, so theta equals to what, tan inverse of 2. So this is what the direction it is making with the horizontal, but it is in downward direction, so that is why that negative sign will come, so no, don't worry about that one. Okay, so this is how we can take help of this horizontal projection to solve the problems. Okay. Next example is from your NCRT, that is what, page number 78, example number 4.8. Okay, so example number 4.8, page number 78. Okay, I am not going to solve this one. This problem is exactly same as the before one. Okay, so here also they are asking for the time taken by the stone to reach the ground and speed with which it hits the ground. Okay, what they are saying? A hiker standing on a cliff. Hiker standing on cliff. That means cliff means what? It is high area at beside the, what we can say, a river or ocean. Okay, so cliff means something like this, some stone like structure. Okay, so he is standing over here. Okay, so here say it is a water. Okay, so this is what we call as cliff. Okay, so he is what, hiker. Hiker means the person who can used to go for trekking, this that. Okay, so they are called as what, hiker. They who go for a long distances like climbing and everything. So they are the what, hikers. So hiker is standing over here, and this is what the cliff. The height of cliff is say 490 meter. Okay, so h they are given from here to here. H they are given 490 meter. Okay, so again what they are saying is he just horizontally project a stone with initial velocity. He will project a stone with the initial velocity say 15 meter per second. Okay, so if you throw it like that, what they are asking, how much time it will take to reach the ground. How much time will it take to reach the ground? Obviously it will come in this direction, and they are asking velocity here. Velocity, and they are asking time of flight. Okay, very simple. Time of flight is what? Time of flight means we already know this is what, 2h by z. So root of 2 into what is that, 490 divided by, they have mentioned over there, they have mentioned g equals to 9.8. Okay, so this is what, 9.8. Why it is 9.8 means something will get cancelled over here. Okay, so just you can solve this one, you will get the time of flight, and similarly you can find Vx equals to what, u, that is what, 15 meter per second. Vy is what? Vy is say what is that, minus g into t, that is minus 9.8 into t, whatever you will get here. Okay, just substitute t value, you will get Vy, so V equals to root of Vx square plus Vy square. If you want direction, tan theta equals to Vy divided by Vx. Okay, so just go on substituting the values. Only two values are there, u is there and h is there. So h you have to take a negative of what, h equals to minus 490. If you substitute minus 490, here no need to substitute minus 490 because that should take magnitude. So h equals to 490. Okay, so simply you can take h equals 490. Don't get confused over there. Okay, so this is how you can just get the velocity angle with which it will reach. Okay, then time of flight also. Okay, so exactly similar as before we have solved. This is the example number 4.8 in your NCERT book. Try to do yourself. nothing to do there, everything that it is solved problem. But then also do the calculation, and again you have to send me the answer. Okay, so many students are sending. I am expecting more number of students to send me the answers. Okay, so get the answer of t and what is the tan theta and v value. I hope you are getting how to solve this problem. Okay, so let me take this situation here. What I am doing, I am just projecting horizontally. You may ask me, what if if I project something in from here like this? Okay, we know the solutions for projecting like this from the ground. Okay, this is from the ground. Okay, and this is from the height in horizontal direction. Here it is projecting above some height. Okay, so this is what going to be h. If this is the case, what will happen? It will go some height, then it will come over here. Okay, this is what the ground. If situation is this one, then how we can do this one? So you are making some angle theta over here, and initial velocity is u. Now, what is the ux? Ux is u cos theta. Then what about uy? Uy is not 0 now. Uy is not 0. Why? It has some component. That is what? Uy is u sin theta. Okay, so that is why ux equals to u cos theta and uy equals to u sin theta, positive only here. Okay, what about ax? Ax is going to be 0 because we are taking it a constant acceleration along x axis. What about ay? Ay is again minus g. If you know this much, you can find everything. What is vx? Vx is equals to ux is equals to what? U cos theta. What about vy? Vy is uy minus g into t. Vy is uy minus g into t. So what is the uy? Uy is u sin theta. U sin theta minus g into t. This is what going to be Vy. Similarly, displacements x equals to what? U into t. That is ux into t. That is nothing but u cos theta into t. Okay. Similarly, what about y? Y equals to what is that? Y equals to ut. What is uyt minus half g t square. Okay. So uy is what? Uy is u sin theta. U sin theta minus gt. Not vy. Uy is just u sin theta. This one. U sin theta into t minus half g t square. This is what going to be y. Okay. If you know all these things, you can calculate anything. Okay. So what is y? Y is height h. That is nothing but what? Minus. So let me write you y equals to what? Y equals to minus h. So if substitute negative sign over here, what you will get? Some negative will get cancelled. It will become half gt square minus u sin theta t. So okay. So all those things are not required for you, but we should know for our competitive exam purpose. We should know. I am telling you from the beginning only. You should know what these things will get changed. If you know this one, with the help of formula, you can get all these things. Okay. So similarly, you may ask me if situation is something like this. If I project from here only, instead of projecting in this direction, if it is projecting in this direction, what will happen? So it is making some angle theta over here. Okay. Now it is projecting with u. What is ux? Ux is u cos theta. What is this is to h. Okay, this is to h, no doubt. What about this one? Uy. Uy will be u sin theta, but it is around negative. This is what your center. This is what negative y axis. So this will become minus u. What you can say, minus u sin theta. Okay. So ux equals to u cos theta. Uy equals to minus u sin theta. So again, acceleration along x is 0. Acceleration along y is minus g. If you can able to write this one, remaining things though will come as it is. Okay. So vx equals to what? Ux, that is u cos theta and Vy equals to Uy minus Gt, that is U sin theta minus minus U sin theta minus of G into T. Okay, so this is what. If you substitute again, you can get the value of x also, you can get the value of y also. So all those things you can do like this one. You just try to get the values for that. It will give you the answer. Okay.